human digestive system, one of the topic under life process. So alimentary canal starts from the mouth and ends with anus. So that is a single tube. First buccal cavity or mouth. So they will crush the food with the help of the teeth, and the lining of the buccal cavity will be very soft, and the food will be wetted with the help of saliva. So this will be helps the food to move smoothly in the alimentary canal. So salivary glands which are present in the mouth will secrete saliva. This saliva contains enzymes called salivary amylase. So the muscular tongue which is present in the buccal cavity will help in mixing the food completely with the saliva with the help of chewing. Enzymes are biocatalysts which are very important for converting complex molecule into simpler substances. Here also a complex molecule called starch is converted into simple sugar with the help of salivary amylase. Coming to esophagus or food pipe. So food in the alimentary canal should be moved in a regulated manner all over the alimentary canal. So the muscles of the canal will contract rhythmically and they will push the food forward, and this is called wave like movements, which you can see in the diagram, and the name of this movement is called peristaltic movement. So this wave like movements are seen all over the alimentary canal, which is very important to notice. So from the mouth, food comes to the esophagus through swallowing, and from the esophagus, food reaches the stomach. And the entry of the stomach will have the sphincter muscle, and the stomach is like the expandable muscular bag, which is J-shaped. Stomach wall will mix the food with the digestive juices, which they are secreting. There are gastric glands which are present in the stomach wall. They will produce hydrochloric acid, whose pH is 2, and pepsin, protein digesting enzyme, and mucus. HCl will create acidic medium in the stomach, and it will also kill the germs in the food. Pepsin gets activated by the acidic medium which is created by our hydrochloric acid. So this pepsin is the protein digesting enzyme which we have seen already. The very important point to notice here is proteins are only partially digested in the stomach. Mucus. Mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the HCl, because HCl pH is 2 and which is very acidic, and it can damage the lining of the stomach. So mucus prevents the HCl from touching the lining of the stomach. So here you can see in this diagram the sphincter muscle. Sphincter is called as a ring of tough muscles which is present in the entry and exit of the stomach. Acidity is something when the stomach acid flows back into the food pipe, because food pipe is not covered by any mucus. So the wall of the food pipe can easily get irritated by the acid. So it will lead to some burning sensation in the chest. So this can be treated with the help of the antacids. This acidity is also called as acid reflux. Small intestine. Small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. The measurements are 7.5 meter or 22 feet long. That much length is fitted into a compact space because of the extensive coiling. This is very important concept. Why do herbivores have longer small intestine when compared to carnivores? Herbivores all grass eating, plant eating animals. Plant cells are made up of cellulose. So cellulose digestion will take a longer time. But meat, that is animal cells, are not having cell wall. So that can be easier to digest. So that is why carnivores have a shorter small intestine. Small intestine is the site of complete digestion of either carbohydrate, protein, or fat. So the small intestine, which receives enzymes from the accessory digestive glands like liver and pancreas. So coming to the diagram of this, here you can see the liver, okay, which secretes the bile juice, and inside the liver you can see the gallbladder which is storing the bile juice. and the pancreas, which is the leaf-shaped organ that will secrete pancreatic juice, which contains trypsin and lipase. Both of these juices open into the duodenum of the small intestine. Bile juice, being alkaline, converts the acidic food from the stomach into alkaline. Pancreatic enzymes, which are inactive, like trypsin and lipase, will be getting activated by alkaline environment created by bile juice. So the large globules of fats and oils will be emulsified by bile salts into smaller globules of fat or emulsified fat. Large globules of fat are very difficult for the enzymes to act, but smaller globules, enzymes can act very easily. So now this emulsified fats are acted upon lipase. So the lipase will act on the emulsified fat and they'll convert it into fatty acid and glycerol. Trypsin will convert complex proteins into amino acids. Bile juice does not contain any enzymes. They are just bile salts. Trypsin and lipase are enzymes. So now the walls of the small intestines also have intestinal glands. They will produce certain juice called intestinal juice called succus entericus. Intestinal juices functions like they will convert protein into amino acid, carbohydrates into glucose, fats into fatty acids and glycerol. So all these proteins, carbohydrates, fats are complex. Amino acid, glucose and fatty acids are simpler ones, thus completing the digestion. The next step is absorption and assimilation. The inner lining of the small intestine have many finger-like projections called villi. So the digested food is absorbed by the walls of the small intestine, and this villi, which increases the surface area for the absorption. These villi are richly supplied with blood vessels surrounding them, and these absorbed food will be taken to the each and every cell of the body through the blood in that blood vessels. Assimilation, where the digested food is utilized by the body and the cells for getting the energy and building up the new tissues and any repair of the old ones. So this is called assimilation. And the final process called digestion, where the unabsorbed food is sent to large intestine. Walls of the large intestine will take more water from the undigested material, and these are removed from the body as feces through the anus. Exit of the feces is regulated by the ring of tough muscles called anal sphincter. So the large intestine is having a part called appendix, okay, and ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum, and anus.